Okay, for the first review of the day, I'm going to do animated blur. Now, the first thing I want to point out is that a lot of people hate this little open space right here. That a lot of people are complaining about that. But I kind of realized that according to the show, and they made this look accurate to the toy, they left the open space for the wheels, because you can look straight through the wheels. They wanted to keep that open space just for that. Which I actually, I found this out on a whim. Which apparently it's a word I've been using all day. A whim. Whim, 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 whim. Anywho, yeah. His I just felt instantly, as soon as I got this and I started playing with it, I instantly fell in love with this car. The car mode. It's very sleek, very futuristic. Just it and I'm a sci-fi nerd, so well, not like nerd like hey Star Wars. No, 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 I'm not like that. But this really caught my attention, and it was just wow. Just look at this, how the detail and the transformation is kind of wacky, really, really wacky. Um, before I do it, you gotta press this little button right here, and the saw pops out. Now, of course, if you do this while he's like sitting down on a flat surface, you gotta kind of raise the front a little so it can pop out, because it doesn't, slide out. It's on a hinge like that. I know most people show it like this, so you don't really see the hinge. I'm gonna show it to you like that. It's on a hinge like that, and has a very low ground clearance, like a speed car should have. So you have to kind of lift it up, press that, then push it back down. Now onto the transformation. And while I'm doing this, I want to do a little mini character reveal, because I'm going to try to keep my character review down to minimum, since I can only record movies up to 10 minutes. But oh crap, I don't know. There was barely anything blur on the animated series, because he was only like in 2 episodes, 2.5, because he got sucked into the into the gate. Let's see. Oh, we got untab this. There we go. Tab that, and move up that like that. Click. Move this down. Around. Spin this around. Separate the little toes. Same thing with the other hand. There you go. Up the tab. Up. So there's his hand. Oh. Do that. Spin this around. Spin that around. Little brake lights will split open like that. And there, becoming his feet, becoming very posable feet. Just push this down, push that down. Ta-da! Oh, yeah, then you just gotta move his arms so the front of the hands are up. Like that. Now his shield, the card said it was a shield sword. You have it sitting like that, so he's blocking. Or you can move it. Oh, oh dang it! Come on. It likes to come off. You don't have. It likes to come off like this if you don't have the saw out. But there's the saw. Ta-da. And if you're not using it like that, see. If you're not using that, you can take this, fold it back up. Now I know a lot of people. I know Pio did this, but I don't know who else have shown this. But I noticed these two little tabs on his back, and I started wondering what those were. So I got to thinking, and then I remember weapon storage. I love a transformer that has their weapon storage. So, and I thought, wait a minute, let's try this out. So I took a shield, which has these two little pegs right here, and you just tab those in. Oh, I missed it. There we go. And you just press a little hard, and it stays on there. Can't really see it from the front because it blends in perfectly with his back. Now, of course, the animated figures are very, very, very show accurate, which kind of ticks me off because the show accurate toys are kind of toonish, which means they have impossible, you think impossible transformations, but yet somehow Hasbro is able to make them transform, and it kind of ticks me off on how most of them transform because they're not really transforming per se. They're hiding their arms or hiding their legs, and they just get covered up. A big example, a really big example of that is Redcon. Half his body is just nothing hidden inside the dump truck. That's all it is. And they try to make and they try to really try to hide his arms really well. Oh well. Anyway, I love this guy. He's very articulated. The shoulders can get the shoulders are a little tight for me. His arm, like I just showed you, can go 360. Then if I want this can swivel. This can go back and forth. Knee can bend. And of course, he has very posable toes on the front and back. He's actually one of the few people on one of my few Transformers I can have him in a very wide stance and still keep his weight centered because of these little toes. Oh yeah, and most people don't forget to turn these wheels when you turn them around, when you transform them. I completely forgot about that because I had them originally like this. Then I tried to pose them and it didn't work out because this has limited front and back movement. So when I turned it around, and this has, you know, very big, you can have him standing a little short like that, have the toes realigned so he's like that. You can do all sorts of posing things, posing with this guy. Now, right now he's my only Elite Guard figure I have, because I only have 4 animated figures: Lockdown, Blur, Cybertron, Mode Megatron, and Prowl. Which I do plan on buying the Samurai Prowl later. When he comes out, of course. I don't, like I said in the previous video, I don't like to order stuff online unless I have to. Like the Nemesis Prime was an online only exclusive, so I have to pay the extra $10 for shipping. Ugh, don't like it. But anywho, his figure is really tall, really sleek. You can tell he's built for speed, just like his car mode. Really skinny, really skinny. You see that? If I take the shield off, you can see how really skinny he is. Slim little guy. And like I said again, he looks like he was built for speed. I give his robot mode a decent a 9 out of 10, almost perfect for me. Transformation, awesome. I loved how he's kind of stretched out like how Lockdown was. I think they pulled his motivation for this guy's transformation from Lockdown a little bit. And vehicle mode, a 10. This is a perfect 10. I just instantly fell in love with it. Oh yeah, and this little rubber antenna I didn't really like because it's supposed to be like in the middle of it, but it ended up being on the back. I like it. I love it. And I'm looking to get some more Elite figures for now. Right now, this has been my review for Animated Blur, and I'll be back for more reviews.